Okay, for number 8, we are going to divide these two algebraic fractions, and you know the deal. We'll keep the first one first, so let's write it down right here. We have 8x minus 16 over the bottom, which is 3x squared plus 6x plus 12. The first one stays the same. And we will change the division to a multiplication, and we flip the second fraction, right? So we will have the x to a third power minus 8 on the top, and we have that 2x squared plus 10x minus 28 on the bottom. And now the deal is factor, 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 and then cancel things out. Okay, so for this one, we have 8x minus 16. What can we do? We have a common factor 8. Let's go ahead and factor that out. And then we will have x minus 2 left, right? So that's it. And for the bottom here, we have 3 terms. And first, we notice that we have 3, 6, and 12. They are all divisible by 3, right? So we can factor out 3 first. So let's do that. And for the first term, we will end up with x squared. And for the second term, we took out 3. So 6 divided by 3, we have 2. So plus 2x. 12 divided by 3, we have 4, right? So we have plus 4, just like this. And if you pay close attention to this, this is x squared plus 2x plus 4. This is actually not factorable. Because if you break down 4, what times twice equal to 4? 1 times 4, 2 times 2. But none of the combinations will add up to be positive 2. Okay, so this is not factorable. This is it. We'll just leave it as how it is. Okay? And now we are going to factor out x to the third power minus 8. And we have to know the 8 is the same as 2 to the third power, right? So let's write this down first. X to the third power minus 8 is the same as 2 to the third power. And here, we have to use the difference of 2 cubes formula, which it says the first parentheses will be x minus 2, right? Because it says a to the third power minus b to the third power. We will first have a minus b, like that. So that's what we have at the moment. For the second parentheses, we have 3 terms inside. First, we will have a squared, which in this case is the x squared. And the sign right here is plus. Minus, minus, plus, okay? A times b, so we just put down x times 2, and we can write it down as 2x. And for the last term, it's always going to be plus, regardless if this was a minus or subtract, if this was a minus or addition, right? And for the last term here, we take this and square that. 2 squared is 4, so we have a 4 right here. And let me just make a note. This is because 2 squared. So this is it. And this right here is not factorable. That's why the formula stops right there. Okay? So be sure you know how to factor the difference of 2 cubes. And now let's look at this right here. 2x squared plus 10x minus 28. 3 terms. And the good thing is that they all have a common factor 2. So let's do that first. Factor out a 2, and then we will have x squared, right? The 2 is out already. 10, we factor out 2, so we have plus 5x. Negative 28, but we divide it by 2, we have negative 14 left, like this. Okay. 2 is in the front. Is this factorable? Yes, it is. Let's see. We have x times x. That will give us x squared. And what times 2 will give me negative 14? And together, they will add up to be positive 5. Well, plus 7 minus 2, isn't it? Right? And of course, let's not forget about the 2. Let's bring it down. So this is the factorings for all this. And now, here comes to the best part. That's what I wanted to say, right? This is how I recommend you guys to do it. Start with the top left corner. Here we have the 8, right? I see I have the 8 here. I see I have the 2 right here. So we can reduce that. 2 goes into 8 4 times. 2 goes into 2 1 time. Okay? And then we're done with that. And now we see the x minus 2. I can cancel with this x minus 2. I cannot cancel this 2, okay? But one of this on the top and one of this on the bottom. Yes. You can also cancel this and that, but doing in order is easier. So cancel this, cancel that. Okay. Now this one stays because we don't have any more x minus 2. And you see this right here, it's, even though you have 3 terms, even though this was not factorable anymore, but this is still a factor. I can still cancel this out with that because they are exactly the same. So let's go ahead and do that. Cancel this, cancel that. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So now let's see what's the final answer. On the top, we have 4 times the parentheses x minus 2, right? We can just write it down as how it is. 4 times x minus 2. Over, on the bottom, we just have the number 3, right? There's no other number. This was out already. So let me put down a 3, and then we multiply by this, which is the x plus 7. You can leave the answer in the factorial form, and in fact, this is preferred. But if you want to just write it down as 4x minus 8 over 3x plus 27, the expanded form, that's okay too. But anyway, this is it.